Hi guys, it's Jerry here with another story time Thursday. I'm like trying to get my camera adjusted just right. I can't get it adjusted right. Like it looks weird to me. There. Hopefully I fixed it. Okay. This story time is about me in second grade. How me and the whole entire class cheated on a test. Well, we had so our actual teacher was like out sick. I think we got away with it too. So I think she was out sick, and we had our student teacher teaching us that day as our teacher, and each and every one of us cheated on the test. We ended up putting like our I don't like how my hair looks. We ended up putting like our little it was a spelling bee, like it was a spelling test. We had all of our tests in our like desk. We had like the desk that was like this, and our had the little opening so we could just slide the paper in and out, and the teacher wouldn't know. So like each and every one of us got hundreds, and they didn't question it. Well, I would have questioned it, but apparently all of us knew our words, but no. And I think it was like that cat and stuff like that hat. It, yeah. Well, we never got caught, and then we tried it again, and a lot of them got caught. I didn't. I only did it the one time because I was like, no. I was like, I don't want to get in trouble for this because I don't. I was not a troublemaker. I'm like, I literally follow the law. Don't break any. I'm like, I am not a troublemaker. And that's like the worst thing I did was cheat on a test. But every one of us in that class did it that day because the teacher, like, because normally the teacher goes around and asks for the sheet back, and the teacher aide didn't ask for it back. And I'm like, you should have known this. You've literally been with us for how long? For how long? And it's like, okay, that's on you, not on us. So, and then so another story, like, crazy, that happened in school. I have a lot, like a lot of school stories, but I'm trying to think of like ones, like, in fourth grade, we dissected Elkhart. It was pretty cool. That was actually pretty cool. One of the kids in our class brought it in, and our teacher dissected it, and it was really cool. Fourth grade teacher was like one of my favorites because like her dad owned one of the biggest restaurants in town, and we got like free chili and shit. And I'm from Colorado, so green chili cheese fries are like the bomb. And like every time I go, like he don't own the restaurant no more, but when he did, I go in, he would give us like a discount, and we would have conversations, and I would ask how his daughter was doing, who our teacher was, and yeah, it was very sweet. And it was really cool because we're like, what? Your dad owns this restaurant? We love that restaurant. Like, it was one of the biggest restaurants, like, in our community. Like, it wasn't in the town that we went to school, it was in the other town that's literally like 15 minutes from us. And some of the kids lived there. At that time, I lived in Navajo, so it was in between. Uh, some funny stories that happened. Oh, since I did two from elementary, we'll tell a junior high story. Thing that happened to me in junior high. So I was always paired up with these two kids. I couldn't work with I could work with everybody besides two kids. So the two kids I couldn't work with, I was never paired up with, but a couple of times, and then they realized I can't work, like, us three as a group didn't work well. So after that, I was always paired up with these two kids. Not the ones I couldn't work with, but these other two. Well, these two, I would help with the project, and this, like, we had the top kid in our class, someone who was in the middle, and me, who was low and lower of the spectrum, but like, I actually tried, so I actually was higher than some of the kids in my class because the kids who were lower than me didn't try. And that's how you knew they didn't try at school if they were lower than me, because I'm like, I had my excuse, and I was the only sped kid in my class for some of the years, and then like 2 of the years there was some others. We had sped kids in and out of our class, but like, yeah. At this point in time, I was the only one. So I was always partnered up with those two. What I would do, like if we were dissecting stuff, I would do the dissecting. The one would write the paper, and I always had to clean up, and the other kid would just sit there, and I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like, okay, the one who's writing the paper, I'm okay. You have the full excuse. But we dissected a fish together. We built a robot together. We made ice cream together. Yeah, I'm not disclosing names, so you're aware. Eventually, I'm like, if like these kids like hit me up and be like, hey, let me tell a story about you and something that I did was funny or cool, and I'm like, well, let me hear the story first, and then I'll let them tell the story. If these people hit me up, and then I'll be like, oh, remember that story? Like, so you're aware. I guess a high school story. My freshman year, the seniors, so I played volleyball, and I asked the seniors, and it was my thing. Like every year, I would ask the seniors what their future plans are, and then some of the seniors I would give something to, like the ones I really were close to, because every year I was close to some of them. Like even when I transferred schools to a different school, I ended up being close to the senior, and then I'm like my class, of course, when I graduated, but I asked the seniors, I was like, what are your guys' future plans? And two of them, um, the main, like, volleyball girls in our school at the time. And then when my class got up, I was like, yeah. But the two main volleyball girls at the time, they were like, in the seniors, and they were the captains as well. And they were like, we're gonna go and we're gonna be hookers and we're gonna live inside a cardboard box. And I believed them. And then I was like, no, that don't sound good. That's not a good idea. And then, should I tell a story from my other school? So, my graduation, not full graduation, sorry, I will eventually get into that. So, my graduation, this kid, and so it was me, like, these two kids were in front of me. No, they were behind me, and I was in front of them. So, I was sitting down right when this was happening, and it was planned out, like, so you're aware. It was pre-planned. So during practice, he went to practice. This kid tripped and made a fake fall, and I'm like, I hope they got that on video. I have no clue. I haven't seen. If there's my graduation video, I haven't seen it. I'm like, oh. And I did go to a smaller school, so yeah. So those are stories in between. I do have other stories while I was in school. I just couldn't think of them. There's some really funny ones. If I could, I do have friends who can tell me stuff, and then I could tell you stories about volleyball, cheer, FFA, FBLA, student council, science fair, 4-H. When I was in junior high, it would have been basketball, baseball, volleyball, elementary, soccer. I did dance. I rode horses all through high school. All through school, not through high school. So, yeah, I wrote them. I'm like, I have a bunch of stories I could tell. There's like a specific type of story you want to hear, like where all those genres that I just gave you. You could say, oh, I want to hear about you in a volleyball game, or you in a soccer game, or you riding horses, or your student council experience, like stuff like that. And I would be willing to give you guys that. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family. Get me blown up because at 50 subscribers, sorry, stuttering today. Just got over my cold, my allergies and slash sickness. So I'm like very stuffy. But please tell your friends and family about me. Like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. And at 50 subscribers, I'm going to do question and answer. So you'll get to find out stuff that you want to know. And with that, have a wonderful day. Bye.